everyone, I'm Steve. As some of you know, I'm here with Adam Smith. And Adam Smith is a trainer at Fitness for 10 in Carson City. And we're going to ask Adam what we've asked many trainers: if he could only take 5 supplements, which again is torture, if he could only take 5, what would those 5 be in order, 1 through 5? And then we'll give him 3 alternatives, bonus picks. So Adam is one of our better trainers at Fitness for 10 in Carson City. You can go down and say hi to him. He'd love to help you out, right, Adam?
Most definitely.
Okay, so here we go. You can only take 5. The first one, what is it?
First and foremost, the building blocks for muscle is protein. For me, it'd be a whey isolate. That's numero uno for me, protein.
Okay. Would that be a whey isolate?
For me, yes, whey isolate. Some people it doesn't work well with their bodies. You know, we're all different. Some people like a plant-based, soy-based. I personally prefer the whey isolate. Absorb better for my muscles and repairs them a little bit better for my type of training of what I do.
Yeah, I do that too. I've got 4 or 5, at least 4 different kinds of protein, you know, but beef protein, all that stuff powder, but I usually use the whey isolate also. Okay, so number 2, your second supplement, what is it?
Glutamine. Glutamine is my number 2. And as you guys can already kind of see where this is going, for me, it's all about post-recovery. I push my body to the limits when I'm here at the gym. I do a lot of high intensity interval training. I do a lot of sports athletic training. I train twice a day, usually mornings and evenings. And for me, building blocks is recovery. So number 2, Steve, would have to be my glutamine.
Okay, that's a big one. Now, just a little side note. Now, you are one of our expert boxer trainers also. So
yes, sir.
If you guys are really into learning how to box or hitting that heavy bag or speed bag or whatever, go see Adam. Okay, so supplement number 3, what would it be?
It would have to be a branched chain amino acid, a BCA. Once again, post-recovery. BCAs are good, your amino acids on those as well. But yeah, branched chain amino acid for me is number 3.
Loading up on that stuff. You're gonna
loading up on it. Can never get
build
enough.
Protein chains one way or another.
Yes, I'm gonna get my protein one way or another. And for me, I want to try. You know, they say a good rule of thumb is 1 gram to 1.5 grams per body pound. Let's be honest, that's extremely hard to get in 1.5 grams of 212 pounds. Unless you have a nutrition and diuretic specialist that's lining out your meals for you every day, I try to stay as realistic as possible. So 180 grams of protein is still pretty tough, but I try to shoot for that 180. Body's only going to absorb so much of one source of protein, right? And then the body's getting rid of the rest. And I've told my clients in the past that the ones that want to try to bulk up or build up, they're like, oh, I'm taking 5 shakes a day. Well, we're wasting about 3 to 4 of those. Your body's only absorbing so much of one source of protein. So we got to try to line them out through whether it's your branched chain amino acids, your glutamines, your proteins, get it through your nutrition, so on and so forth. So Steve, to kind of get back on point, that my number 3 is branched chain amino acids.
Yeah, and you know, I just got to add to that. People don't realize if you don't pay attention to your macros, you're not going to get 100 grams of protein.
It's extremely hard.
And if people that are exercising, people that are your clients or our health club members, if they would just focus on their protein, don't you think they'd see definite results compared to what they're getting now?
Without a doubt. And that's why I can't stress it enough. And I'm not saying this just because I'm a trainer. Get a trainer. We're going to put you in that, at least on the right track as far as, okay, well, here's our nutritional tracking. Here's just a rough spectrum of where I want you to stay within. Now, when we get complex into things, as far as really tracking those macros, that's later on down the line. But we want to start with baby steps. Somebody that's new coming into the gym, okay, let's start with the basics. Because when we get complex with it and complex with the nutrition, let's be honest, we're going to go back to what's quick, what's easy, what's simple, not always the healthiest. So baby steps, in other words, in tracking those macros.
Yeah, to kind of put that into perspective, I break my fast every morning with 2 cups of chicken bone broth, organic chicken bone broth. That's 22 grams of protein. I'll also at that time maybe eat 2 eggs, hard-boiled eggs, and then the whey isolate protein. That's 3 different kinds of protein. And I top that off with essential amino acids, a formula. Now I know that my body has everything that it wants, and not only everything that it needs, but everything that it wants. So that's me, and that's putting me at about 65 grams of protein
Right off the bat.
right there. But it's a variety of 4 different ways that my body can take those 4 different things and do what it wants with it. So sidetrack, but I'm sure everyone's be interested in it.
Right. Now, Steve, real quick, we'll get back on track. When you're getting up in the morning, are you eating, would you say what, within 30 to 45 minutes of waking up to kind of really jumpstart that metabolic rate to get your body out of that resting period, that catabolic state?
You know, great question, because people are watching us because they want to know. And I tell people, look, we're not doctors, but we have been doing this all our lives. I've been doing this since I'm a teenager.
Right.
So it depends. I usually like to get a 14-hour fast in roughly.
Oh, okay.
But if you asked me this question when I was 23 and playing college football,
Right.
I was eating every hour.
Right. And your caloric intake was probably at least 5,000 to 6,000.
6,000, right.
Yeah.
So now I usually stop eating at about 5 in the evening. So 14 hours later, that's 7 o'clock,
Right.
8 o'clock, I'll break my fast, and I don't, do a lot in the morning before I eat. So that's how I break my fast, how I mentioned, with
Gotcha.
all types of a variety of proteins and amino acids that my body can pick and choose and do what it wants. So that answers your question. Now, then after that, I'm getting 160 grams of protein, maybe 170.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that in 2 meals.
No, it's not realistic.
So I'm at probably 4 meals, and that, there's so many things, the intermittent fasting and don't spike your insulin and all this stuff. So everyone's got to find out for themselves. You got to test this and feel it for yourself to find out what's right for you. And you don't figure it out overnight. I've been doing this all my life. So that's my answer. All right. So number 4, what is it?
Essential greens. My essential greens stuff that, going once again back to the nutrition, if I'm not getting all the proper, let's just say I've kind of slacked on my vegetables for the day or slacked on some of the certain fruits and good whole natural sugars that we need, I'm going to make sure that I'm getting it right there from those good natural greens. A broccoli sprout, for instance, I like to go with a Titan base, which is just another form of supplement. But yeah, number 4 is definitely my essential greens, and I throw that in with my shake.
Well, I'll tell you, you are unique from what everybody else said. And again, age matters, goals matters, all that stuff. So this is the last one you could take. If you could only pick 5, what is it? I know it's tough. Don't worry, you get 3 bonuses. You can't take them, but you get to mention them.
Can we use, okay, so for me, it's actually, technically it's a bunch of different supplements, is my vitamins. But my vitamins consist of probably about 15 different vitamins. Let's go ahead and branch that just into one. So vitamins for sure for me is
multiple vitamin.
Yes, and now I'll take my multiple vitamin with a bunch of different other vitamins, because you got to remember the multivitamin only has small minuscule amounts of a little bit of everything. So I have my liver support, my vitamin E, my B12s, my C's, my super C's. I could go on and on, but vitamins for me is a big one.
We'll call that kind of cheating, but we'll let you get away with it. Hey, that makes it so hard. Okay, you
Yeah.
get 3 honorable mentions. What's the first one?
Mine is not going to be a monohydrate creatine. It would be a alkaline creatine, which is going to hold a higher pH balance for those that are, let's just say, wintertime bulking. It just holds a higher pH balance and it's going to bloat you less, giving you the less bulkier water filling feeling around the muscle. So a alkaline creatine. Now, remember, this is something that you want to kind of cycle on and off. We don't want to put too much pressure on the kidneys, livers, having to cycle all that water through. So I would recommend typically 4 weeks and then kind of slowly cycle off it and then take about 2 to 3 weeks off, go back on. Number 2. Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay. You know, I'm not going to say pre-workout because I do not believe in pre-workout. I don't use pre-workout.
How about a post-workout?
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of the post-workout stuff already with the glutamines and my protein. Yeah, post-workout was just definitely an honorable mention for sure, without a doubt. Vitamins, minerals, post-workout, glutamines, aminos, proteins, like those are my go-tos, my essential greens. As far as like a third honorable mention, I mean, I don't know, help me out, Steve. What would be your third honorable mention? Because I really don't have that third honorable. So for me, it would be the
like you said, I probably take about 20 or 25 supplements in a day. I don't take all the same ones every day,
right.
but you guys can go back and listen to mine. Mine are all different than yours.
Third honorable mention. Sorry to interrupt.
Some unique ones that I had were
Glucose.
boron,
Uh-huh.
berberine. Those were on my, and vitamin C those were my, I think those were my 3 alternate.
Okay.
But if you ask me next week, it's going to be different depending on what I feel my body wants. So
right.
It's a fascinating question. We've learned a lot here with you, Adam, just on your knowing your own body, which helps to project and help other people, you know, get going on what they should do and what they should try first with your recommendations. But everyone's different, and you know, you see all these experts, and look, you and I are as experty as, if that's a word, as anybody you see online.
Right.
And I'm telling you, if anybody says this is exactly how you do it for everybody, they're wrong.
Exactly.
Look at all these tests and trials they do. Why do they use 100 people? Why do they use 1,000 people? Because everybody's
different.
If everyone was the same, all they need is one person. So
right.
You have to kind of feel your way. What's best for you? Keto, paleo, Mediterranean. How do you get your macros right? How many carbs should you be eating? How much fiber? How much protein? Right. I don't know. Hey, look, I don't even know perfectly for me. You know, I'm always playing with it. So
yeah,
that's just, I think, probably good advice coming from us, is you gotta,
without a doubt,
figure a lot of this stuff out for yourself.
And that's where we come in as, I guess, the expertise as the trainers. I know what works for me. I know what works for actually some of my clients because we've been doing it for so long. There's things that we're going to have to tweak. Everybody's different, whether you're endomorph, mesomorph, mectomorph, different body types, metabolic rates. Everybody is different. So we're going to find out, us as trainers, what works best for our clients through process of elimination. You know, okay, this didn't work, let's try this. This didn't work, okay, we're going to try this. And that's where we come in as the trainers, not only with the nutrition and supplements, but also workouts out there on the floor. Keeping it right, keeping them safe, and form is everything.
Okay, well, thank you, Adam. Thanks for your expertise. Thanks for your input. And
my pleasure.
Again, you want to go meet Adam. You can meet him in Carson City at Fitness for 10. And periodically, I think he makes a kind of a guest appearance at Parkway Athletic Club in Reno, Nevada. So you can also meet him there. Thanks for your time, Adam.
All right, thanks, Steve.